Hello, welcome to the M Show. Today I am with Michele and we will talk about purpose and meaning. Hello, Michele. So I'm welcoming Michele now. It seems that we have some technical issue. I don't know why, but internet is always going in and out sometimes. So meaning and purpose. So I want to remind you that the M Show, it's a place where you come to find ideas because we are investigating. We are committed to help you feel good on a daily basis. Feel good, have the best life that you can. So we are like you, we have doubts, we have a limitation that we create in our head. However, we have been working on it. And as we work on it, we find tips and tools to make it better. Hello, Michele, how are you? You're muted, Michele.
And hopefully the internet is doing equally as well as us today.
Yes, I think it's a little bit everywhere because we have a bad weather. We are supposed to have thunderstorm. And this morning, the weather is unstable, so it's normal.
Well, I just want to mention the weekend. It was a golf weekend if you watch golf. And I'm a new golf admirer. And they had hurricane, thunderstorm, and they still had to play. And then they stopped it. And what I learned, this is the lesson that we're sharing today, is that these people, regardless of the weather, still were expected to play their best golf. And of course, the ball was getting wet and going in the different locations. The ball was not in accord with normal play. And yet they got a champion out of 4 days of golf. How did they do it? And I said, how did they do it? And when they interviewed them, they said they stay relaxed, they stay in the moment, and they keep their eye on the ball. And it seems to be the best lesson: relaxation, focus, and keeping your eye on your intention. What do you think about that practice as a person as opposed to a golfer?
Oh, absolutely. The practice, and when you talk about purpose and meaning, when you have your life, when you have a purpose, so these people are, the purpose was to play golf, but the purpose that I found interested to look for a purpose because as soon as you know why you are here, and as soon as you focus on staying on purpose, you feel really better. So yes, they have their goals, they have their purpose, they have their goal, and they stay on it. It's, for me, it's fabulous to do that, and it's important.
And it takes commitment, though, Medge, because you're playing with 96 other players that have that same focus and goal. And we live in a life with family and friends and coworkers. And they all have a purpose, which may or may not be in alignment with our focus and purpose. So how do we give and receive and stay true to ourselves? What do you think are the tools we use to stay true to ourselves and still be empathetic to others?
So I love when you say that because, in fact, as soon as you are fully authentic, meaning as soon as you know exactly who you are and what is your purpose in life, you find more meaning by staying on target. I call it on target. Because, for example, I'm a positive psychology practitioner, so I help people feel better. I encourage them to find their true strengths, true weaknesses, skill, talent, in order to be who they truly are. But if doing my work, I'm not authentic, I'm not truly who I am, I will have no more purpose. I find impressive to wake up in the morning. And I say impressive because maybe younger, it wasn't exactly that. However, waking up in the morning and knowing that you will do exactly what you are here to do, exactly align with your talents and your skills. And work is not work anymore. Work is just living your passion. What do you
Okay,
think,
Medge.
Michelle?
Okay. Medge, I want to agree with you, but you have already made that self-discovery. You
Mhm.
have achieved the knowledge of knowing the direction that you're going. What about people who have no idea of what's their purpose or what's their mission? Of course, as a coach, we help people discover or recover that mission. But suppose you're just wandering with really no sense of purpose. What can you do to touch that space inside and learn more?
So that is important. So after the 3 year of pandemic that we have been living,
Yeah.
because I will not say it's done, it's still in and out.
Mhm.
We had the time to focus on who we are. Because remember, we were scared about dying. We didn't know, we have so much uncertainty around that we have no idea. We didn't know if we were living. We didn't know if we will stay stuck at home. If we could go to the supermarket. It was the basics that we didn't know. I don't know
So
if you
there, let
remember.
me jump in, Mitch, because I think you just painted a picture worth looking at. So we created an atmosphere that had uncertainty, fear, and doubt. That's difficult to feel good in when you're in that awareness of fear,
We
doubt,
didn't
and
create
uncertainty.
it.
We didn't create it. So how do we walk through it? How do we walk towards the light? What do we get to do as humans? What tools could we use to get back to center and confidence?
So, I don't know if you saw that I begin a challenge with my students where, in fact, it's all about being focused. Because, if you think about what we do most of the time, we criticize others. We are focusing on everybody, maybe not you and me, but most people are focusing on what's going on there, what's on TV, what's in the world, what this woman wear, what this man have done, what he said, instead of focusing on self. So I want to continue the thought that I have because of this clean environment of doubt and fear and all that, we had no choice than to be working on ourselves. We have no thought, no choice than to look for our purpose. Otherwise, we would not be there.
So you're saying that challenge, and I agree with you, created the motivation to go within. Because of the challenge externally, it encouraged us to learn more about our mission and how we can be stronger and stay focused.
Yes, and I will say we didn't have the choice. We were stuck
No.
at home.
Yeah.
When you are stuck at home, what you do? You sleep, you take drugs, or you numb yourself. You can do that, but also you can find meaning in your own life. And I know last time we talked about Viktor Frankl with his book Men's Search for Meaning, that I
Yes.
absolutely really adore because
Wonderful book.
yeah, in this book, he really find purpose and find meaning in life in one of the worst situations that can exist in a concentration camp.
So
So
what you just said, I want to agree with you. Adversity often leads to opportunity.
Mhm.
Deprivation of living well makes you seek it within yourself, like Nelson Mandela, or people who spend time in prison and come back and they do so much for society. So absence creates a desire for something greater.
Mhm. But please hear well that we don't believe that you need to be in jail or you need
Oh,
to be in
no.
prison or you need to be in a concentration camp to find purpose or meaning. We can find it. We talk about what's happened during these past 2 years because it was unexpected and
Yes.
it was something that happened worldwide. It wasn't here in America or in France or in Germany. No, it was all over the world. We were all forced to dive within, exactly like you said. And we find purpose because we have to realize that each of us, we have a purpose. Each
Well,
of
I
us.
think I got much more disciplined and better at choosing what is essential, because being at home, I was able to determine, well, I really don't miss this or that person or that activity. Maybe I can spend more time reading or playing the piano or learning Spanish. I took that time and I rechanneled it into more disciplines, I guess that's the key, of excellence. And now I'm striving for greater self mastery. And I don't want to go back to old habits because the new ones are much greater and they're more empowering to me as a human being.
Yeah, that's great. So that is a great question for other. You are listening. What did you learn from this time of trouble, of this time where you were scared about dying, scared for your family, scared for your work? You have uncertainty, left, right, everywhere, fears, doubts. What did you learn? Open the discussion with us and write down what you learned. Write down how you became a stronger person, where you find meaning in your life. What's your purpose? All that, as Michele said, we learn it in a very disturbing way. However, we are here with you to encourage you to dive within, to continue the work, even if we are no more in pandemic or however you want to call it.
Medge, remember that old saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So the absence of what is, we get to discover what we can be. And that's a great message for today. Come back. Let's talk more about how can we be our best self at home, meditating, journaling, in deep conversation, and learning new activities.
Absolutely. So Michele told you meditation, journaling, learning new activities. I will say be creative.
Oh, yeah.
Look really for your strengths. Look for your talent. If you have to write it down, begin to write what you enjoy doing. Beside of all that, beside of everything we are saying, look for who you are and what you like. Okay, Michele, thank you so much for sharing today.
Thank
So
you. I'll get busy with my pen and start writing some new tools down. Thank you,
yes.
Medge. Bye.
Bye-bye.